Making their way to the ring now. They are the team of Kevin Northcutt and Legend. They are the Red Shirt Security.
Well, the ranks of Don Callis' TNA Red Shirt Security crew thinned by one last Wednesday when Raven, with the Sandman and Eric Watts we just fought, broke Brian Wilson's arm in the Clockwork Orange House of Fun. They may have the numbers advantage, they may have the strength advantage, but they don't have the all-important experience edge tonight against Raven.
They don't even have the mental strength that Raven's got. We've seen him thank the new church.
And his opponent from the Bowery. He weighs in at 245 pounds. This is Raven.
What can you say? He's delivered on promise after promise, and tonight he vows to take out two more. He put the new church out of wrestling. He broke the arm of the 6'8" redshirt Brian Wilson, and he's challenged both 6'6" Kevin Northcutt and 6'5" Legend. He insists they're just a road bump, a roadblock in his eventual quest to fulfill his destiny as NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Mike, we know one thing. When Raven gets focused, he will let nothing come in his way. And you just said it. He wants Jeff Jarrett. His destiny is the NWA World Championship. And he will stop at nothing. It doesn't matter if he takes these guys on one after another. We've seen him do it with the new church, and we're going to watch him do it right here with the Red Shirt Security.
And that certainly is what Raven is hoping for. Separate single matchups, back-to-back. If victorious first against Legend, then he has to face Kevin Northcutt. Early advantage, early edge goes to Legend from the Red Shirt Security crew. Repeated shots in the corner with the right hand from Raven now. Did you notice earlier that interview segment, Raven in the Gathering, certainly seemed to me like there was an awful lot of tension between Raven, CM Punk, and Julio De Niro.
Well, you heard, what Raven told him. He said, don't try to figure out how my mind works. It's different. There's no room for friends. And Raven hit it perfectly. Raven hit it perfectly out of the ring.
How many times do you see him go high risk? Slingshot, cross body block, took out both Legend and Northcutt.
You gotta like the way Raven was thinking. He may be one-on-one against Legend, but he saw an opportunity to inflict pain on both of them, and he did.
Back in the ring. Tide has turned, momentum back on the side of the red shirts. Legend springs off the ropes, drops that right hand, that big fist to the top of the head, measures him again.
This is where the numbers game comes into play right here, Mark. And sometimes you can bite off a little bit more than you can chew, and maybe that's what Raven's done here tonight. He's so concerned about the NWA Heavyweight Championship that maybe he's overlooked these guys. These guys are monsters.
I mean,
they inflict pain.
His focus, his concentration going in so many different angles as of late, so many different areas. With the new church and now the red shirts, and thinking that he's eventually going to be NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. Check this out. The Gathering up on the ramp, CM Punk, Julio De Niro.
And if you look at their expressions on their face, I don't know, it's almost kind of an expression of, I don't want to say, it's too strong of a word, just,
I mean, their body language is certainly showing something there that appeared to be a little negative towards Raven, didn't it?
Absolutely. How much can they take every time they try to help? Raven shuts the door on them.
He set them free.
That's right.
He's told them repeatedly, when it comes to this personal revenge that he's out for, that he's after, he does not want their help.
There goes Legend.
Legend.
Sometimes you have to look past Raven. Raven, in his mind, is doing them a favor. He feels like they don't need him anymore. But sometimes when you take something away from somebody, they just want it back. And I think that's the situation you're seeing with the Gathering.
Just quit.
And as we mentioned, we certainly noticed that tension between Raven and the Gathering earlier at the conclusion of the interview that Scott Hudson conducted in Raven's lair. Raven back to his feet, back to the vertical base.
Oh, he's got to do everything. He gives the elbows right into the gut.
Follows up with the shoulder block. Off the ropes again.
Oh, what a kick by Legend.
Wow, left himself wide open. Legend connects with the kick, and the
No!
follow-up in for a 2 count.
Didn't quite get it right there. Didn't quite get it. I'll tell you what, though, Raven went right head first into that kick, and now Legend put the blows on him.
I mean, in the mind of Raven, that he wants to take these guys out back to back, but to do so, he's got to defeat Legend first before he even gets to Kevin Northcutt.
And the longer he's in there with Legend, the harder it's going to be for him against Kevin Northcutt.
Boy, that's a great point. The longer that Legend can be in here, even if he does lose, you're right, makes it more difficult.
Oh, Legend
saps the strength of Raven.
I know that Legend knows he doesn't have the experience of Raven. He might even know that deep down, he maybe can't beat him one-on-one in a wrestling match. But he also knows if he can wear him down, last long, Kevin Northcutt, who has a little bit more experience, it's going to be that much easier.
Series of 3 clotheslines, coming from 3 different angles. Follows up with a knee. He's got Legend in trouble. To the corner. Charges at him in the corner. Going to try the bulldog.
Raven was looking pretty fresh there for a bit, but Legend now, maybe he can steal the win right here.
Inverted DDT, taking a variation of Raven's own move, the DDT.
2?
Can he beat him with his own move? No, just a 2 count. Back to the offensive goes Legend. Pinwheeling those right hands to the top of the head. Now going to come off the ropes, and Raven stops him.
He's got him.
There it is. Raven effect DDT. Got him. Short trip, bad landing. 1 down, 1 to go. No rest period here.
Kevin Northcutt's not even going to give him a chance to catch his breath. And you've got to respect Northcutt for that. That's what I do. He knows he's got Raven in his advantage. Raven's tired.
I mean, that was part of the equation.
Yes.
Part of the deal.
Northcutt knew that he might be in here at this point. Now he's just going to take advantage.
What impact in the corner. 6'6" Kevin Northcutt charging at Raven in the corner. Pin attempt now. 2.
I don't know that Raven's got enough left in the tank like tonight.
He just had that brutal match, and yes, he just got the win over Legend, you're right, but then immediately no rest period here. Kevin Northcutt, it's like a full court press from the red shirt security.
Just, oh man, great backwards kick right to the face of Raven. Here it goes.
Still some life left in Raven, still able to use the leg string to kick out at 2, but as soon as he gets to his feet, Northcutt is there, measures him, drives that big right hand again to the top of the head and takes him down a 2nd time.
We've seen Raven overcome insurmountable odds, Mike, but right now, whoa! Raven did do it! He got the kick up just in time!
Caught him with a super kick, but did he injure his ankle when he did so?
No, he
was going to go for the Raven effect DDT, and look at Legend come in to break it up.
You know that Legend and Northcutt aren't going to play by any rules here. Raven needs to understand that. If anybody can understand that, Raven can.
What do you think's going through the mind of the gathering at this point? What do you think's going through the minds of CM Punk and Julio De Niro up on the ramp?
Well, you know, normally they'd be out here to help Raven at this point.
But he's told him repeatedly he doesn't want to
Oh,
help.
what a move by Raven as he puts the chair right in. And another backwards kick.
And, just waffle through it.
That's how you take care of
What
the
a chair
Raven.
shot to the head. Look out!
Oh,
A miss!
man. Oh,
Wind up slam. A fist in the ring. Just planted Raven. Callis at ringside here as well.
again.
Charles has ruled this contest a no contest decision.
Oh, they're just tearing him up now and again. Punk and Julio not doing a thing.
Check this out right in front of us. Callis and Legend have gone underneath the ring.
Well, of course they have. They're going to do everything they can. Raven made the challenge. They're not going to make sure that Raven.
Wait a minute. Callis is telling Legend, don't put the table in the ring. He said set up the table outside here on the floor. We saw this earlier. Remember, if you're not aligned with Jarrett's troops,
Here they come.
the gathering, they couldn't take it any longer.
Oh, you got to think Raven's going to be grateful at this point. I don't know that Raven knew how close he was to being powerbombed into a table.
Look at this.
Oh, the gathering comes through.
Double clothesline. They take Abyss up and over the top down to the floor. Callis trying to control him, that mind control. Callis in the red shirts, right in the face of Abyss. CM Punk and Julio challenging Abyss to get back in the ring.
Just when I thought that Punk and Julio wasn't going to do anything to help Raven, they have come at the right last split second.
And Don Callis trying to calm Abyss down. How do you control this guy? He's so unpredictable.
I'll tell you what, though, the smart part about